Hello everyone. So today I'm gonna show you how to spawn bots and how to replicate bots in our multiplayer game. So as you can see here, these red characters are AI controlled bots. So they will just randomly walk in the level, and also I can kill them in the from server and also from client characters as well. Okay, so yeah, when they are killed, their state will be replicated across the instances of the game. Alright, let's see how to implement that. And this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for your support. Right, so at the moment I don't have any bots. I have only other players which like this. All these characters should be controlled by a player. So like this. So let's see how to add bots. That means AI controlled characters which will be spawned into the game world, and they will be driven by an AI component. So right, and how to add bots and how to replicate them across the instances of the game. Alright, first let's go to where the character is, and let's create a child class for bots. So actually it's not necessary to have a first person perspective for bots. We could just use a third person character, but since we already have implemented required mechanics for a third person character as well in this first person character, I'll create a child blueprint of this one and I'll name it bot. Right, so of course we don't need camera or anything for bots unless we are going to show their perspective, but let's leave it like this for now. And we need a way to identify bots differently, so let's create set them a new color like this. Color doesn't matter. Okay, like this. Let's assign this color for the bots. Alright, now let's create a simple AI controller as well for bots. I'll use this detour crowd AI controller as the parent class AI bot. So here I'm not really going to do anything advanced, just some function to randomly walk. That's all this bot is going to do. He's not going to shoot at other characters or anything, just randomly walk. So let's have to do once node just in case if someone try to call it twice. Let's do AI move to as the destination. Let's give get controlled pawn and some random location around that point, like this. Run get the location. Around that location we can get a random reachable point within this given radius. So let's set as the radius 3000, and I'll give as the destination that location as the acceptance radius. Let's give 100. It's not very important. And on success, let's add a delay of 5 seconds and continue the same thing. If it fails also, wait 5 seconds and try again. Or maybe if it fails, let's only wait 2 seconds. Otherwise they could stay in the same place for a longer time. Alright, now in order to have bots, we need a navigation volume, a nav mesh bounce volume, like this. Otherwise the bot will not be able to find path. Okay, this is the nav mesh, and let's place a bot and see what happens. Oh, sorry, I didn't assign the AI controller to this bot. Instead of AI controller, assign AI bot. Alright, where is he? Sorry, I didn't call this function also anywhere. So let's give a delay of, let's say, like 3 seconds and call random walk. The reason to give some time is maybe at the beginning of the game there could be some initialization to done, otherwise this get control pawn can have some invalid reference or anything. I haven't done is valid check here, so just to be safe I added this. So they will wait some time before moving. So our player class is here, therefore I'll move the other one over there. Right, okay, now here is the bot, and you can see that is already replicating across all instances. So what if I kill it? Where is it? It's dead, and it is already replicating, but oh, it is moving. See, even though the body is there, you can see this bar, this semi-transparent bar is moving. That's because the AI doesn't know the character is dead. So when the character is dead, we might have to do something like where do we kill the character? Here, correct. Okay, Then here we need to stop the AI. So right, so after going ragdoll, let's we should do this part in a do once node, otherwise the character will can try to go ragdoll multiple times even after it is dead. So here let's get controller and unpossess. So after the character is dead, the AI should not try to move. Let's see. Here is the bot. Okay, now this semi-transparent health bar remains there without moving. So I guess the killing function did work. Oh, there is some error. Looks like this has been called twice. Why is that? Is there a delay here? No. How come this is called twice? Let's also add a variable as well. Sorry, let's add a new boolean variable called dead. Set dead to true here, and we should execute this function only if the character is not dead. Let's try. Okay. Still we have this error. Right. I guess what happens here is right, we have 3 instances. Okay, so since this is a multiplayer game, we have 3 instances, so we should do this part only if this guy is local. But these are bots, so for the bots, how should I apply that? Alright, we have this is locally controlled. Maybe we should do that. Do that check before unpossessing. Only if the character is locally controlled, we should kill it. Let's see. Now the error is gone. Awesome. So yeah, now this bot is, so I have placed it already in the level. So how do we spawn a bot in the runtime? Okay, let's delete this guy and let's create a new actor. Let's call it bot spawner. And let's place it in a location like this. Let's open that, and in the begin play, no, let's create a custom event spawn bot. Let's add an integer input. Let's call it bot count. So for let's add a loop. Last index is the bot count. So in the bot count, let's spawn actor from class. As the class, I'll use AI, no, bot. Let's use this option and split this. As the location, I'll get the location, so I can access the location of this spawner and get a random reachable point in radius within 500 and use it as the spawn location. And also let's give some random yaw. So they will be facing different directions. And then spawn default controller. Let's call this we should call this only if this is the server. So as authority. If it is true, let's call spawn bot. As the bot count, I'll give 3. See, now there are, when I give 3, actually 4 bots are on spawn. That's because this index starts from 0. So I'll give 2. No, it's okay to give 3. Also I'll give some delay here so that we have time to observe them being spawned like this. Right, see, 4 bots are spawned. Okay, are they being replicated properly? Yes. the skilled actors are replicated from client to server, server to client, and everything is happening properly. Okay. Oh wait, alright, I can kill them too. Alright, so bots are working and bots are also replicating, and we got an error. Let's see what the error is. AI move to access none, trying to read property. Property get born. Okay, so maybe this happens at the moment I kill the character. This part is still executing, so we can prevent it with the is. We should be able to prevent it with a is valid node like this, and this should be connected back here. Right, let's try again. Okay, let's kill some of them from a client. Oh, what happened here? Yeah, I think the rectal enabling didn't work for some reason. Oh no, it was not killed. But why? Ah, it is killed now. Okay, that's a minor issue. We should look into that later. Alright, so I guess everything is working as expected. Now we have bots in our multiplayer game, so later on we can look into how to implement an AI to shoot other characters as well and do other stuff, like when the usual stuff. They maybe the bots could be allies, so bot could be enemies, so we can look into those topics later, and I'm gonna stop this episode right here. And thanks for watching. So if you would like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. Link would be in the description below, and also the project files will be available for the download here in the Patreon page. Thanks for watching. See you in another episode. Goodbye.